Welcome everybody to Madden franchise mode. So we've taken over the Buffalo Bills, and I'm going to do something that a lot of Buffalo Bills fans will not appreciate. I'm going to attempt to see if we could relocate the Buffalo Bills. And we're going to see if we could get them to go to Toronto. And I think the Aviators are probably the closest thing I can get to the Argonauts. So yes, I am changing the Buffalo Bills to the Toronto Aviators. And I think we're going to go for a hybrid stadium. So the changes went through, and the Buffalo Bills are now the Toronto Aviators. So the first thing we wanted to do is done. Now, what I think we want to do is take a look at our roster and take a look at free agency, like what we have versus what we could have. And when we look at this, I'm really looking to see like how we can improve this team as much as possible through free agency rather than trade, because the only thing it costs us is really money than anything else. So if I take a look at the depth chart for this team, obviously we have a franchise player on our team with Josh Allen. He's QB1. He will be QB1. I don't really see us getting somebody else. I think he's probably as much of a lock as possible for our team. Because you're looking at a 99 overall. Like, that's the real deal. Then you've got, as a backup QB, you've got Trubisky. Who's a 64, so we'll see what's available. Obviously, the backup quarterback position is not the most important position on our team. We're not really looking at that, but it's good to know where we are with that. In terms of halfbacks, we're looking at James Cook. Who's a 93. We also have Ray Davis and Ty Johnson. Fullbacks, we have one with a Reggie Gilliam. In terms of wide receivers, our top receiver right now is Shakir. And Shakir is an 82 overall. We also have Brandon Cooks. who's a 78 overall. Joshua Palmer. And I'm just kind of taking notes, so bear with me. It's a 76 overall. We also have Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, and Gabe Davis. In terms of tight ends, we have Kincaid, who's an 81 overall, and we have Dawson Knox, who's a 76 overall. Take a look at left tackle. And we've got Dawkins there, who is an 88 overall. If we look at left guard, we have David Edwards, and David Edwards is a 79 overall. Whoopsies. If we look at our center position, it is McGovern. And McGovern is an 81 overall. If we look at right guard, we have Torrance, who is a 75 overall. And then if we look at right tackle, we've got Spencer Brown, who is an 85 overall. And then if we take a look at our kicker, it is Matt Prater, who is a 79 overall. And then if we look at the defensive side of the ball, take a look at our left end, and we've got Rousseau, who's an 88. If we look at the right end, it is Joey Bosa, and he's an 86 overall. If we look at defensive tackle, we have Ed Oliver, who's an 82. Other defensive tackle, Daquan Jones, he's an 81. Then we've got Shaq Thompson. It's a 78. We've got Terrell Bernard. It's an 83. And we've got Milano, who's an 83. Cornerbacks. Let's see what we've got here. We've got Teron Johnson. Who is an 84 overall. We've got Benford, who's an 83. And we've got Tre'Davious White. He's a 77. If you look at free safety, we've got Bishop, who's at 80. Then we look at strong safety, we've got Taylor Rapp, who's a 77 overall. And then we take a look at the punter. We've got Wisnowski, who's a 75. So that gives us an idea of like what we're working with in terms of the depth chart. In terms of free agents, we want to take a look and see like what's available at the positions, starting at quarterback. So at quarterback, there's a couple of options here that could improve where we are right now with Trubisky. So actually, if we go back, so Trubisky is 31 years old. And Josh Allen is 29. So he's just really going into his prime, or, has been in his prime, you could say. If you watch the NFL, you know that. He's one of the very best. But if you're looking at this now, there's really 4 players based on age and overall that could be a better fit as a backup. I really like the idea of McCord because of his age, because it's not like Josh Allen's going to be passing the torch anytime soon, and this is somebody who could maybe learn from the bench over time, unless we could maybe draft somebody better in the future. So McCord could be an option for us as a backup. And he would be at about 230K. So pretty affordable too. If we look at halfbacks, you're not going to do much better than James Cook. And obviously, there's a huge difference between James Cook and Elijah Mitchell. So that's a no, and we're good there. Fullback position, I'm not too worried about. Did we miss? No, we didn't. We did talk about halfback. Wide receivers, I think we're good. Obviously, though, I'd like to see what's available in the trade market, but in terms of free agency, there's nothing available that would make us better. Same thing with tight ends. We've got some very solid tight ends. We don't have to worry about that. Left tackle, we're better than that right now. I think our offensive line is pretty strong overall. I'd be surprised if there's somebody's available in free agency that would be an upgrade. With one exception here, the right guard position. It is an older player in Shaq Mason, but he would be better. So it's definitely worth noting.
Is your first movie?
Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone. Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that are really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take a G-pad. Watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type.
So Shaq Mason would be a 78 overall. He is 32, so that's something to take a look at. If we look at Torrance again, and we're looking at the right guards. If we look at Torrance, he's only 25. So ideally, he's probably somebody that you'd want to keep. Maybe Alec Anderson is the odd person out to make room for Shaq Mason. But it also matters like what type of contract he would be looking for. So his contract he'd be looking for would be like 4.74 million. So he's a little bit more on the expensive side. It is a slight upgrade in terms of overall for that position. Apologies if you guys could hear me eating, but I want to nourish myself while I'm playing this. So, right tackle, it's hard to beat Spencer Brown, and that'd be a huge difference there, so not really interested. If we look at kicker, though, Prater's still better. So we're sticking with Prater there. If we look at the defensive side, I think we're pretty strong on the edges. Yeah, I don't really see us making any changes there. Defensive tackle-wise, there is an upgrade opportunity here with Wilkins. There's an 83 overall, 29. Very expensive though, like 8.62 million. I want to take a look at Daquan Jones and Oliver. I know Oliver's a little bit older, but he is a good player. So we're looking at defensive tackles. So Oliver is actually just 27, so he's younger than Wilkins. So he definitely would be someone we want to keep. On the other side, though, Daquan Jones is 33, so he would probably be the odd person out in this situation. And we're going to look at like what's available to us. Like, are there opportunities to trade some of these players out? Could we get assets in return? Ideally, we don't just want to trade or release them. If at all possible, we want to avoid that. Better to get trade assets for them. So we looked at defensive tackle, we looked at left end, right end. Defensively, I think we're a pretty strong team. It's hard to see like where we could get better here. It might just be Wilkins that's a good option, and that's about it. Maybe at cornerback. Yeah, cornerback. It looks like there is an option here with Gilmore, although he is older. As an 34-year-old, but he's also looking for $3.99 million. We'll take a look at that. Before we do, though, we'll take a look at what else is available. Free safety-wise, I think we're good with Bishop there. Strong safety. I'm pretty sure Rapp is younger than 32, but I'll double-check that. Yeah, let's take a look at Rapp. Yeah, Rapp, I think we're good. If we look at cornerback, we're still pretty young there. And actually, I must have missed this. Maxwell Hairston is a better player there. $78, $22, and White is 30. So White would be the guy that we would probably move out to be able to bring in Gilmore. Okay, so I wonder if we could see so we've got 15 million in cap space. And we're really looking at like 17 million in terms of contracts that we'd want to sign to bring players in. So I think the first thing that we're going to look at is Trubisky. And not surprisingly, it doesn't really look like there's any takers. Given the age, given the overall, given the salary in particular. And you can see as well, one of the things that helps but also hurts this team is the contract for Josh Allen. You're seeing a lot of teams in the league that are like 50 million or more cap room. And our team, without any changes made, is already at just 15 million. So not a lot of cap space to work with. But not a lot of teams have a quarterback like Josh Allen, so that's the give and take. So Trubisky's a player that, because of his age, because of his overall, because of his contract, not a player that a lot of teams would be interested on taking on. Not really surprised by that. Although if we released him and somebody signed him, that would be interesting. Stranger things have happened. The other guy we were looking at was Torrance. But I also want to see maybe if Anderson could get something. Okay, so it's thankfully we don't have to like move from team to team for offers. They actually do come like this. Okay, so if we look at the offers here, we've got Justice Hill, who's 27-year-old running back, 77 overall, a 6th-round pick, which looks like it'll be around 174, or a right guard who is 24, 72 years old, cap hit of 1.23. The other one is a cap hit of 2.41. And it would be 2 6th-round picks. I think for our purposes of trying to like cut spending, this one would make a lot of sense for us. So it also gives us not just a cheaper cap hit, but it gives us 2 6th-round picks in return. Far better than just releasing the player to make space. And in a way, if we do release Bradford, it's like we've got another 6th-round pick for him in this trade already. So I think that's the move. So that's the first move. And then if we look at defensive tackle, and we look at Daquan Jones, or actually, yeah, if we look at Daquan Jones, is there an opportunity here? $7.5, 1.12 for a cornerback who's 79. That's not bad. He's also 26 years old. That's not bad at all. It is a 7th-round pick, though. There's a few good options here. We've got Jalen Watson. We also have Keaton Mitchell. But I think in terms of like position wise, Jalen Watson is probably a bigger need. It is just a 7th-round pick versus a 5th and a 7th-round pick. But I think the position is something useful, so I think we're going to go for that. And you can see that bumped up our cap room from 15.4 to 19.8. So that move by itself is enough for us to be able to do the other moves we want. But just in case, we can also take a look at the cornerback position now, especially. So we're looking at Johnson, we're looking at Benford, we're looking at Watson now. So I want to see maybe if there's a market for Tre'Davious White, because he also has a pretty big cap hit compared to the others, and that in around that overall. It looks like this might be our best bet. It doesn't give us too much more cap space, but it gives us a little bit. So white is out. We also traded away Daquan Jones. And we traded away Torrance, I believe. Yes. So, if we look again at the cornerback position, Hairston is no longer like our third best cornerback. Our third best cornerback currently is Jalen Watson, who we just acquired. So that does give us the cap space to sign those 4 players that we were looking at earlier as well, in addition to, you know, the cap savings that we have, the draft picks we were able to acquire. So that gives us a lot of freedom there. I'm just going to give this a save. So if we go to free agency, we'll take a look at McCord first.
Here are a player's motivations. How well your team aligns with these will affect how...
And he's going to want a bigger deal than it looked like before, but that's okay. So McCord is there. If we look at the right guard position, we've got Shaq Mason. And he pretty much is looking for what he was looking for, so that's a positive thing right there. So we lock him into a contract. Also looking at defensive tackle. Wilkins. And he's around what he was asking for, so that's good as well. So we're going to sign him as well. And then that goes back to the cornerback position with Gilmore. And we'll see what he's looking for. Hopefully around, oh, he's just under where he was looking for, so that's perfect. Excellent. So we get all the players we were looking for. And that basically leaves us with cap space of about $5 million. Now, we could release players, and in fact, we probably will have to. But I'm going to leave that for the assistant general managers to figure out if they actually want to do that or not. We still have cap space. We still have these players that we can move if we want to. So I think we're in pretty good shape. And I'll be right back. Sorry about that delay, guys. So, yeah, so I apologize to Buffalo Bills fans. I was debating if I should move the team or not, but I am a huge Toronto Argonauts fan, so this is the closest I can get to having them in the NFL. And obviously, it's a big upgrade with all the players that we have coming from the Buffalo Bills. But this will be kind of like a shared team. It's Toronto / Buffalo for everybody that's watching. So, in terms of everything else, I think I'm just going to kind of leave things as they are. And we'll take a look at the Coach Central. So yeah, I'm going to leave this to be decided. And so as you can see, pretty strong safety, not our best position. But other than that, we're looking at A's and B's across the board. C for the punter. But it's not bad. We'll take a look at our first preseason game. So pretty even on the superstars. I think we've got one more superstar than the New York Giants do in this game. And then on the other side of that, we've got the only player with an X Factor, who is, of course, Josh Allen. So we're gonna sim all the games. My role is just general manager. And we'll see how this team does.
Their offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the NFL's most valuable player in 2024 at quarterback, Josh Allen.
Starting all the way back in the spring, Mike, there has been months of preparation building up for this very game. And for a lot of guys on the sideline that have been around for a long time, these preseason games might not feel all that important. But I promise you, to that young guy who's putting an NFL helmet on for the very first time, running out of that tunnel, these games go a long way, not only to making this current house here, but trying to make a career playing in the NFL.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. To the middle of the field. Caught by Shakir. 13 yards on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
Toronto, first down.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
47-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
What a great gainer that is. He runs it down to the 5.
That's good.
They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
1st and goal at the
This has been a
5-yard line.
solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. 1st and goal. And he'll take it on in. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Toronto.
And that's about as good of a start as you could ask for.
The games don't count, but they matter. And these are the kind of things that really matter. Efficiency,
Obviously, the Giants not the best team in the NFL, but
in the process, and that's exactly
gives
what
you
we saw
confidence
here.
about our offense.
Well-oiled early in
Not
the
that we
game
had to
is a
doubt
great sign.
Josh Allen, but
Once we get to the regular
you know,
season here,
any Buffalo Bills fan will tell you they wish that their wide receiver group could be better
Is good, but
from last year.
penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
That's
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by the 1st-round pick in 2025 out of Ole Miss. It's Jackson Dart.
I know it's just a preseason game, Mike, but these game reps, they're invaluable for a young quarterback. I think anytime you have a chance to go out there and play with the first-team offense, execute in a real NFL game, it's going to pay huge dividends once the regular season comes along.
44-yard line.
Right back to Scatterboot on 1st down. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 46-yard
Operating from
line.
the gun, it's Dart.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up
Overcoming a flash, and he lost the football. The defense has it. And he rumbles here.
Good start for the defense, too. And this feels like it's going to be a straight-up ass-kicking.
And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Raider, extra point is good. The Aviators will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. So now, Raider, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. On the return, it's Gunnar Olszewski. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get going with their second possession. And Greg, week 1 here in the preseason. Look, we know a lot of the guys who are going to make the roster, but there's still a lot to happen in training camp that players can find their way to a spot on the opening Sunday.
We hear these stories all the time, Mike, where there's a little buzz about a guy in training camp and coming out of the local beat reporters and maybe the coaches talking about him a little bit. But then there's the surrounding question of, is he going to make the roster? And it's really what they do in these preseason games away from practice that ends up being the deciding factor. And how often do we see not only do they make the roster, but in some cases they go on to really have critical roles down the line as the season unfolds. So I know to a lot of fans and some of the veterans, these games don't feel like a whole lot. To some guys on that sideline, their entire career is in front of them.
Third down, they need 5. Now a shotgun. It's done. Down the field, but it falls incomplete. Malik Neighbor, the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Jamie Gillen to punt for the Giants. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Aviators offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far.
Incomplete. The coverage by
on 2nd down, Allen. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Toronto first down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. Flying through inside the 40. And he will go all the way.
Damn, the Giants' defense absolutely sucks.
Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
Now Prater tack on the extra point. He's got it. The Aviators will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Aviators 21. Giants nothing.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Olszewski now to return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Giants offense ready to take over once again. They are facing an uphill climb early. They get this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboot. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
Brought down by Cole Bishop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd
on the play fake. Here's Dart. He'll step up and run this. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that might have even lost a yard there. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Now a short one caught by the tight end, Johnson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8.
The motion there, tight end, Johnson. Open man, right side. He's got it. 17 yards on that connection. First down, Giants.
17 yards. And the Giants first down.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Second and 10.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard
Run
line.
straight ahead. That's Scotty. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Matt Milano there to stop it. Got to get this to the 25. Here's the third down. Throwing is Dart. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They've got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
And he missed it. It's no good. Everything's going wrong. Unable to cut into this big deficit.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Aviators offense and running back James Cook making their way out. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. To throw on first and 10, Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8.
To the air. On second down, here's Allen. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the zone read. A handoff here to Cook. He'll get in behind his blockers. Get forward for a pickup of 3. Darius Musa there on the tackle.
Brings up second and 7.
Throwing on second down. It's out. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete. What can they do here on third down and 7? From the gun, here is Allen. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
And the Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Allen now on second down. Now he'll run. Give him 11 on the scramble. Give them a new set down. On the move at the 14-yard line. It's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun. Throw here for Allen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Josh Palmer. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 9.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. That is caught, and they'll stop him just short of the goal. But they are going to have enough to convert.
So I just want to take a look at the settings because I gotta be honest, that game is kind of getting out of hand. So we've got it at all Madden, simulation. I'm gonna maybe switch it to 12 minutes. Accelerated clock. I'm gonna say 25. Trying to see if they have wear and tear. Okay, so we got wear and tear on, which is good.
Why they poppin' paparazzi pictures? I got my in the back and my bros in the front leader. He keep looking at me, I'ma make that boy. I'm a his friend too, baby, I'm a whole cheater. We can go to France, Avatar, y'all both need a real one. More coin than your last one. Baby, damn, he ain't that fun. I mean, do we got a song with that punk? I mean, do we hit the club in this song? Come on. Do we rock a weed 30 inches long? Do we got a soda tour? Do that? No, and I went tour. Hit that back room. You be the, I be that. We can get it. Tonight I'm on it. Tonight I'm in the zone. Bass jumping, club pumping, it's hot. These coming in the club cause they won't try. I won't say I got a feel for you little nice, but I got a feel for you little nice. I pay the whole bill for you little nice. I do my little chick for you little nice. Then he whisper in my ear like, oh God, you know I got something for you little nice.
Know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence. This time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't wanna hear no chat about. If you ain't got proof, then leave it alone. I'm on the road trying to keep us afloat. While you want space and a reason to grow. If things are best left kept on the low, then I think you should leave that after the tone.
Was it too much to ask for? You know that I had you. You know that I would've did anything
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Okay, so those changes should help make it as realistic as we possibly can. So that should work, or at least be better than what we were watching, because that was just a straight up blowout. So we'll save it one more time just to make sure that it's saved. And then for better or worse, we will witness this game against the Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Today it's a preseason matchup.
And we'll just skip the intro since we've already seen it. But we will simulate and enjoy.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Toronto. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading him out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Ole Miss.
And it doesn't feel like that long ago that when a quarterback was drafted in the first round, he would sit for a while, learn from a veteran. But these days, you're in the mix right away to be the starter week one. But he has to earn it, and that begins right here with the first preseason game.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Dart. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
A gain of 15.
Play fake, and here's Dart. That's complete to his running back, Scatteroo. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatteroo. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Dart from the guard on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And on their first first drive. The offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll go. Here's Dart. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success. And he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
To the air, Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
10 yards. That's good.
Allen going to throw. That's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Complete to Brandon Cooks.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Allen now looks to throw. Throw left side to Kincaid. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Kincaid. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 10 yards.
Allen to throw once more. And it's caught. Touchdown. Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Aviators are on the board first here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score 88.
So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, it takes a little too long to develop. You got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4.
Dart looking to throw again. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line.
So yeah, I think so far these settings are a little bit more realistic. than what we had before. At least it's not 21-0 after just like 5 minutes.
Which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And his throw here is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
The 22-yard line.
Now Allen has his man. It's Shakur. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal on the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. James Cook, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Aviators have taken a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal.
Still a high-scoring game, but it'll be interesting to see if they could get 21 before the end of the quarter. I don't think they will, but at least it's slightly more realistic.
This is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants going to take over again on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Giants 1st down.
From the gun, Dart. This one is Slayton over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Throwing, Dart. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
The Giants 1st down. It's a gain of 20. And the Giants 1st down.
It's funny because I know it's preseason, so that already makes it so that there's not much feeling of pressure, but I don't know, like this Giants team just does not strike any kind of fear in me or I think anybody on this team because they're just not getting it done. They're just about down to the end of this quarter and they still have a big 0 on the board.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll set up the screen to Scatterboo. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them with no gain.
So that kick gives them their
And of course I jinxed it. They end up getting a field goal.
hopefully for them that's a spark to get them
Good for them.
The offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan, and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Solid lead for the Aviators / Argos / Bills.
Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Movement.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis.
Damn, son, even with the changes to the settings, that can't even help the Giants.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The New York set to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You put a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
5 yards on the play.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing it back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
8 yards.
2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47.
47-yard line.
Back to throw. McCord getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
12 more yards. That's another.
A first down carry for Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 39 yards. And the Aviators continue to pull away here in this first half. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Prater for the extra point. And the round is on here in this first half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jameis to throw it. Throwing left side, it's complete.
6 yards.
Now Sean McDermott going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tyrone Tracy, 56 yards. And the Giants get a bit closer.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown touchdown passes on his last 2 drives as he begins here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Gotta give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Second and 15. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On the coverage.
Looking to throw. McCord throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt and a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
They go play action. Winston. He'll get this to Devin Singletary out of the backfield. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Winston. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, a give to Davis. Dancing away at the 35. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. McCord. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll go again with Tracy. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Here's 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Winston. And that one to the right side and incomplete. And points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
There goes a 42, making a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll start with the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McCord. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Looking to throw. McCord. That one behind his receiver and incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing, Winston. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On to punt, Jamie Gillen.
Formation for the Giants.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. McCord. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. McCord. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there. 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun. McCord. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Fighting to stay upright. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Inside give to Davis. And he showed off the athletic Jude. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A gain of 9.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
In punt formation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the 2nd half. Probably not likely to see many starters in the 2nd half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Looking to put a drive together. Second half starts with a run by Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCord. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20. And the Giants
from the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's got his man on the out route. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play fake. Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Facing challenges.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Landon Jackson in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Gano's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
34-yard line.
Back to throw. McCord. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Toronto,
they'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On the draw, this is Davis. They juked him. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 36. 3rd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw. McCord escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I don't know what you were seeing on that play, but it felt to me like I wasn't watching a football field. I was watching a boxing ring. Watching when he was bobbing and weaving and trying to make sure he kept the play alive. Just didn't turn out well for him in the end.
It's impressive that he stayed in the pocket while avoiding those couple of would-be tacklers, but eventually goes down.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much harder. Puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
3rd down.
From the gun, Winston. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they tell their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They keep it with Davis on 1st down. They'll get this down into the 38.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go again with Davis. And this time not quite to the 30, down at the 31-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
6 yards. That's another Toronto 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Back to throw. McCord. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ray Davis from 13 yards out. As these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point good by Prater. And that will make this a 19-point game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Giants offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. We'll find Hodgins there complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And the Giants first down.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10.
Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. Third and 14. They'll throw again. Winston. This is intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen, they see the blocks happen, they feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to move. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Well behind the sticks here with a second and 18. Up the middle to Davis. A pretty nice strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Third down and 13.
Brings up third and 13.
Operating from the gun, McCord. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Gabriel.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
back to Toronto. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. To throw, Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's Winston. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense so far on third down, they've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This will be third and forever. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed a push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now a handoff to Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Davis, the ball carrier, brought down at the 23-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Looking to throw. McCord. This one complete to Coleman. And he'll get this down to the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And the Toronto first down. First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McCord. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Dawson Knox from 10 yards out. And the Aviators up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Prater for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Winston. In trouble, and he's taken down. Landon Jackson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Here now a 3rd and 20. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Winston's pass was
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions, because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Yeah, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Prater's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following a surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Oh, nice move. The New York set to take the field.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Jameis to throw it. Pressure comes and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, 71 yards. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
Giants 23.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A nice little juke. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Aviators offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
8 yards.
So here's Davis to run again on 2nd. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Toronto First down.
Again, it's Davis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
On the stop. No gain on the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
operating from the gun. McCord. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually works. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Winston.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he's certainly...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Larry Ogunjobi picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
A.J. Epinesa
getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It has been a dream start to the preseason thus far as they look to finish things strong in the 4th quarter.
Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
119 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
And the Toronto 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's a give to Davis. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
So there we go, McCord doing us proud. Obviously, he was probably the most visible player that we picked up as the backup quarterback in a preseason game. He had, I would say, the best performance out of anybody. You see here the numbers: 4 touchdowns, 239 yards, 55% completion rate. The completion rate was close for Winston, but obviously the difference is with the touchdowns. So pretty solid game, closer than it would have been if we didn't change the settings, so I'm glad that we did, and I do think that that's probably as realistic as it's going to get. The Giants just are not a great team. So we get some rewards, it looks like. And yeah, so really solid start. We're going to go ahead and give this a save. And we're off to a 1-0 start for the preseason. Doesn't get much better than that. So definitely wanted to thank everybody for watching this. If you really like this series, please be sure to follow, be sure to subscribe, be sure to support us on Patreon. I will be back very, very shortly. We will redo our NASCAR stream because now we know how to get to 100% for the racetrack, and we won't cheat. So we will see you in just a bit for some more NASCAR.